final possession there on the shot.
Yeah, for sure. I have been setting them up all night with the, back down to the drop step, to the baseline. So I figured he would sit on it, thinking that I would try it again. So went to my back down and gave a little dream shake to the baseline and was able to open up middle and, get my fadeaway.
Tatum had clearly been giving you guys problems as a team. What were you able to do down the stretch there to cause a couple turnovers and change it over?
Just trying to make it tough on him. The kid is special, and obviously that's the reason he's first-time All-Star. He's been special all year. Down the stretch we put KC on him as a designated defender, but he had 8 eyes behind him. He had 4 guys with 8 eyes on him, just trying to help him talk, communicate, just trying to make it tough on the kid. But he was special all night.
What were you feeling when you went to the floor there in the second half?
I didn't have much breath left. I got the wind knocked out of me. It's been a while since that happened.
LeBron, to get this win on this stage against that team, from a kind of mental, emotional standpoint, how does that pick you guys up, or can it pick you up?
Every game is its own challenge, and we knew that it was going to be a playoff type of atmosphere today. 1, because of the rivalry. 2, because of how well they played against us in Boston. They beat the hell out of us there. And then 3, just on the simple fact, there's 2 teams that has aspirations of holding that trophy up at the end of the season. So, we knew what we were getting ourselves into. They knew what they were getting themselves into, and it was a great game for both teams.
LeBron, because you guys have been so successful this season, sometimes it's easy to forget that this is a pretty new group to one another, new coaching staff, new players, a lot. Are these types of games really valuable to be, like you said, playoff type atmosphere, have the final minute really matter, and does it tell you anything about this group?
Every experience is a teaching lesson for us. Like you said, having a new group and having a new coach staff, a new system in place, and every game is another experience for us to get better and use this opportunity to get us better along the way. So today was a tough challenge for us. Understanding how pretty much that group has been together for years now. They've had that system in there in place, and for us to come and just play the game that we played today, no matter what was going on the floor, we just stuck with our guns and stuck with our game plan and was able to execute down the stretch offensively and defensively, so to allow us to get the win.
Does it make it even more special playing in front of them?
No, it's just special to be a part of this rivalry. We understand that this has been going on since the 50s. 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, all the way through. So, to be a part of a rivalry, be part of a historical, 2-franchise group, it's just special. For us to be here in the present and be able to see, a lot of the Laker greats, a lot of Celtic greats, and then just out there doing what we love to do, just trying to represent this rivalry with the utmost respect and play the game the right way as all the former players on both sides have done in the past.
On that front, you use terms like bigger than basketball, the NBA being a brotherhood. What goes through your mind when you see Bill Russell, Mr. Celtic, wearing Kobe Bryant's jersey on the sideline?
Just respect. That's all. That was the first thing that went through my mind. Just respect. At the end of the day, both teams, throughout the years, they're gonna battle, they're gonna fight, push, scratch, curse each other out. But at the end of the day, when you give it all to the floor, you have that mutual.
Anthony, you guys, third quarter, the Celtics kind of came in, took control of the game. They went on a 15-point run, holding you guys to 6 points. But you guys had to adjust. How did you guys exactly do that?
Play a little defense. They came out with, a lot of offensive, firepower, and they were making shots, and we were turning it over and missing shots. And we just had to get back to our defensive intensity. We went small and tried to match guys up. And stay in front of Tatum. He was hurting us all night and making some tough shots. And KCP came in and kind of turned the water off a little bit, especially in the fourth, and we were able to get the win.
And what was the conversation towards the end of the game about the focus on defense? Because you guys were able to take advantage of some of those key steals and defensive plays to convert them into offensive points.
Just be more scrappier. It's about who wanted more, and we weren't trying to lose the game. KCP made another huge play where they turned over out of bounds, and I think it started with him. His mindset, his pressure. Him and Rondo actually, getting into the ball, diving on the floor for loose balls. Brown had a great play. We dove into the stands and for a loose ball. But KCP came in with that pressure and put the pressure on Tatum to make some tough shots, and he did. But he forced him to some shots that he probably didn't want to take.
JD, you said on Friday that you felt like you owed them one from the last game in Boston. How did that affect the intensity or the motivation that you guys had today, especially?
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun game. With or without Kemba, they're a tough team. They prove they can win with them, and they prove they can win without them. And to play a team like that, in your building, playoff atmosphere is something that you want. You don't want to shy away from the moment, and we just stayed with it. Whether they made runs, we made runs. We just stayed in the moment and just try to complete the win. But we know how big this rivalry is. It goes way back, way before some of us was even born. So we want to make sure that we came in here and get the win, especially the way they beat us in Boston.
You talk about not shying away from the moment. You've had some big free throws here in the last week. What's the approach in those moments? I'm sure you want to treat it like any other free throw, but are they any other free throws? How do you?
That's how you have to treat them like that. I take a lot of pride in my free throws, and I've been missing a couple lately that I don't like, and you put too much pressure on yourself to go up there and make the free throw no matter what moment it is. You're probably going to miss. So I don't think whether I miss one or make one. Each free throw is a new free throw, and I go up there with the mindset that I'm going to make every single one.
Yeah, can you break down LeBron's turnaround shot and just tell us how much confidence the team has in him taking that type of shot?
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what we want to run if, that free throw out of bounds play was our ball. And it was no question that we were going to give it to him right there, in his sweet spot. Had a whole side of the floor with about 10 seconds, I think, and he got to his money shot. It's a shot he always makes, a shot he always takes in practice and in games, and he did what he do best and made the shot.
There were a lot of Lakers and Celtics greats at the game tonight. Does the rivalry take on even more meaning when you're playing in front of all those guys?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they'll be here for this is a huge rivalry, dating back to God knows when, and it's something that everybody wants to see, and to be a part of it means a lot for all of us, staying in the moment and recognizing the hype around this rivalry. And I think both teams know it. We had guys who played for Bill Russell here. You had KG here. So you had a lot of people who played in these rivalries here to witness the rivalry go on. And
Frank, seemed like it was pretty much back and forth throughout. What did you think the biggest difference was overall in the game?
Man, it was a heavyweight fight. I thought both teams played exceptionally well. It's one of those games where just whoever made one or two more plays down the stretch was going to be the team that came away. I thought Anthony's free throws and Bron's big shot in the post, the turnaround jump shot, were just huge plays and were enough to get us over the hump.
Frank, the turnaround jump shot I think came out of baseline out of bounds play. Can you just walk us through what were you looking for in that possession? Yeah,
we had an opportunity for him. It's sort of a double curl look. For him to curl with Anthony rolling to the basket. If that was there, they actually zoned it up. So Bron came off and just had to work to get open on a one-on-one coverage. Once the zone defender switched out on him, he was able to hold his man off, and then that was the other player we were going to run, is just to throw it to him direct as a post up. So it ended up being that, even without the double curl look, and went to work. He's been pounding them the whole night and trying to put him in the basket and using his up and unders to the rim, and so he just commented in the locker room that, and because he had been doing that, he knew he would have space for the turnaround. So it was a heck of a play, and just a huge shot.
Obviously, Jason Tatum had an incredible game today, but just 4 of his points in the fourth quarter. What did you think about your defensive scheme sort of enabled you to hold him down a little more?
Yeah, well, that's this is the ever-evolving new NBA, the modern NBA, and the way teams can hurt you. And our defense has to continue to evolve. I thought we did tonight. I thought we had a big growth step from a standpoint of last time a player got hot like that, Dame Lillard, we left here with a loss, right? And we develop a part of our scheme, to double team a hot player like that, the way we guard James Harden. When a guy gets really going the way he was, we went into some of those rules and were able to do a better job down the stretch.
Frank. Speaking of Jason, what's your view from afar of how he's grown as a player?
He's just one of the best players in the world. You know, I mean, he's in the All-Star game for a reason. He has the ability to go for what would have been a potential 50, 60-point night had we not, you know, just brought extreme double teams for the most part of the better part of the second half. And he's an excellent defender as well.
Frank, what made you go back to KCP on some of those possessions with Tatum in those two plays specifically?